With the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals gaining traction in Nigeria, the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on SDGs has given assurances of her commitment to continuously promote policies that will improve the economic and social well-being of the people. The Secretary of the Programs in the SDGs Office, Waziri Laminu, made this disclosure in a meeting with a delegation from the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD. The report.
Secretary of Program Alhaji Waziri Laminu, who represented the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, Princess Adejoke Orelope-Adefulire, briefing the task force team of the total official support for sustainable development, hinted that as a prelude to a seamless implementation of the SDGs in Nigeria, the federal government has put in place a strong and robust tracking and reporting system mechanism. He said that the production of the MDG's 2015 Endpoint Report that chronicles the lessons learned from implementation of the MDGs and the National Voluntary Review document that reviewed the status and experiences so far on the implementation of the SDGs are all clear attestation to the efforts being made to attain the SDGs. He stressed that the fact that these documents were presented in 2015 and 2016 respectively and uploaded by the United Nations General Sessions is a clear indication that Nigeria is on track as far as implementation of the SDGs is concerned.
The government of Nigeria is committed to the implementation of the SDGs, and that we note in particular the fact that Nigeria remains dedicated to the decision taken at the Finance for Development Conference in Ethiopia, that is in Addis Ababa in 2015, which gave rise to this team. We also wish to indicate that the TOSD process is beneficial to Nigeria in terms of coordination and planning of resource flow for the attainment of the sustainable development, and of course by extension the SDGs, and that Nigeria is not only a receiver of development cooperation, but we also give assistance to sister states in terms of development cooperation.
In his remarks, the leader of the task force team, William Delalande, said the purpose of the visit is to conduct a pilot study to track the in and out flow of resources for sustainable development. This, he said, is for the purpose of accountability and proper management of development financing, as well as to determine whether the resources were used for the purposes they were meant to achieve.
So we need to show that what we're looking at, or what we used to look at in terms of flows, was not necessarily the full landscape. We need to measure. So we're going to try and estimate the TOSSD flows to Nigeria as part of this pilot study. And the third objective is more to try and support Nigeria also for future capacity strengthening activities.
The TOSD is an emerging mechanism created to track the flow of resources used for the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals. It is a component part of the activities of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD.